Hey, what's shaking, ladies and gentlemen of the YTPC, or should I say, gentlemen? I was just looking at my channel analytics, and my audience is 100% male. There are no women that like to watch my channel. Kind of funny. I always say ladies and gentlemen, but there are no ladies that watch, so it's pretty funny. But today, I wanted to do a first impression on a tobacco that I just got in the mail. It's like the brother of our Syrian or Brebbia Latakian flake number 9. So I figured perfect time, perfect time to do this one. Although, like I said, I was just looking at channel analytics, and my number one video I've ever done, twice as many views as the second most watched video was my Rattray's Marlin Flake first impression. Which yesterday I was gonna make a video, and I was gonna do either Scottish Flake, Wessex golden sliced or gold slice, or a Marlin Flake revisitation, because they all have been jarred up for a year. That smells wonderful. They've all been jarred up for a year. I haven't done many videos on Virginias and Burleys. So what I was thinking was I would go ahead and do one. And I ended up smoking a bowl of the Scottish Flake. And I did about 3 minutes of it, but decided I just wasn't feeling it. So I abandoned the video, abandoned the 3 minutes that I had recorded. And yeah, this you can tell this one's been in there for a little bit. This one's got some age on it. Not quite like my probably doesn't have as much age on it as my Syrian, my Latakia number 9 flake, but yeah, see, it doesn't have any bleed through. But anyway, smells really nice. I can see the Orientals in there. You can see the Latakia. What I don't see is the dark fired Kentucky. And this is supposedly 40% Syrian Latakia, which I don't know about that. I don't know. It doesn't necessarily look like there's 40% of Latakia in here, period. Although I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Not only that, but they could easily just be using regular Latakia and saying that they're using Syrian Latakia. Which this stuff is pretty thickly cut, which I tend to like the more thinly cut stuff. Um, but it feels just about ready to smoke. So I'm just going to lay it out here for 2 seconds while I close up this tin. And pack a bowl in my, for those of you who remember Blue's Clues, my handy dandy meerschaum. For those of you that had children when Blue's Clues was a popular show. It was when I was in elementary school. It was a really popular show. Really popular show. Hang on 1 second, guys. Wolf Blonde may die, and I don't want that. Don't want that to happen. So I'm gonna go ahead and plug her on in. But anyway, we'll go ahead and pack this bad boy up and give her a go. And actually, you know what? I'm not even going to do a whole bowl. I'm just going to do a short one. I don't want these videos to stretch out forever anymore. I know that, people complain about it. The view times aren't that high anyway. People aren't watching my 20-minute videos typically, and they're not watching them through. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Mm, has a nice Balkan flavor to it. It's not nearly as smoky as the flake was. Mm, I take that back. It's pretty smoky. Um, I don't know if it's got how much latitude. It says 40% on the tin, but I don't know. I guess maybe they have to be truthful. I don't know. It says 40% Syrian Latakia. Matter of fact, I'll go ahead and show you the tin. It says full-bodied blend of finest Oriental leaves, dark-fired Kentucky, Louisiana Perique, and 40% Syrian Latakia. I definitely taste and smell the Orientals. I definitely get a little bit of the smokiness of the Latakia. But I'm not really picking up too much on the dark-fired Kentucky or the Perique. It seems more like a legit Balkan blend, just like it says, Balkan by Brebbia. Which I was expecting something totally different. I was expecting a blend that wasn't a Balkan blend. Even though they call it a Balkan blend, you have dark-fired Kentucky and Perique in it. Doesn't sound like much of a Balkan blend. But it must be really, really condimental. Really condimental. It is a lovely smoke. Mm, getting a little bit more of a spiciness. Maybe that's the dark-fired coming through. Yeah, I can taste the dark-fired a little bit. It's in there. It's in there with everything else. The Orientals have backed off slightly. Hmm. Trying to get a profile here. Sorry about the sound quality too, guys. I left my wired headphones at work, so I have to wear these ones because the damn microphone on my phone ain't worth a shit. Hmm. It's got a really nice balanced kind of a way about it. I'm not getting an overpowering Syrian Latakia flavor out of it, like you would think with 40% Latakia. Just lightened up a little bit there. More oriental. Much more delicate now. I would imagine that's because of the blend. You're going to be hitting different spots. Different tobaccos are going to be in there. Tastes like I'm in a little section of Orientals. There's a little bit of the Kentucky Dark Fired. I'm not a huge fan of Kentucky Dark Fired at all. But it's a really nice blend. It is. It's a very nice blend. I guess you could say it does kind of remind me of vintage Syrian. I don't know how vintage it is, but um, it does have a nice Balkan flavor about it. I just got a little twinge of Perique there. It's kind of a. It's not the type of blend that gives you the same flavor all the way through. It's it's continually changing as I'm smoking it. At times, it tastes like a straight Oriental show. At times, it tastes like a straight Latakia show. And then at times, you get little splashes of Perique and Dark Fire. Now, I know the components that make up a Balkan blend are very specific. There's supposed to be a certain type of this, a certain type of that. Orientals, Virginias, and Latakia. But this I would call a Balkan blend. I would. They're right to say Balkan by Brebbia. And everybody's take on a Balkan blend is different. So the fact that they say Balkan by Brebbia, this is their take on the Balkan. Very nice. So far, the two tobaccos that I've tried out of Brebbia's lineup have been good. They've been good. Um, Good enough to stock up on if you have the money. They are expensive. They are expensive. And they're going to go away, obviously, or they're going to start using Cyprian Latakia as opposed to Syrian soon. So it's going to change a little bit. So if you want to stock up on them now, it's going to cost you some change. So overall, it is a Balkan blend, but you're getting little splashes of dark fired Kentucky, of Perique. It keeps you kind of guessing. So in my mind, this is a good blend. This is a blend I would have in the evening, similar to the Latakia number 9. It would be an after dinner smoke. and it would fit that. It fits that category well. Like I was talking about at the beginning of the video, though, I'm going to go ahead and back up on the first impression. What I was talking about at the beginning of the video, the next video I'm going to do is going to be a revisitation of the Marlin Flake. After a year of being in the jar. Very dark. It's got some crystals on it. Very dark. And I still have a 50-gram tin of it. And until next time, guys, you guys have an excellent day. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And Treetop Piper over and out.